So Joe Budden recently saw some comments that 50 Cent made on his very popular Instagram account about the late Irv Gotti. And let's just say Joe's comments didn't go over well with 50 Cent. So Joe on his podcast said he believes 50 Cent needs to go to therapy and that hip hop is the new meaning of therapy. He said he doesn't care if you don't agree with his rationale. 50's gonna be 50. He's gonna stand on what he believes in. But he said, 50 needs to go to therapy. Well, 50 didn't take too kindly to Joe's suggestion, and he's been posting Budden on his Instagram account for over a week, making light of a report that Joe actually walked around an apartment complex nude and ended up getting charged. I think the charges ended up getting dropped. But let's just say there's been a bunch of AI pictures of Joe Budden floating around 50's over 30 million follower Instagram account. Budden said if 50 keeps it up, though, he may have to take a legal approach. He said that's illegal. You can't take all those AI pictures and just start posting them. That's 50. I got all the respect for him in the world. But if I get tired of it and it stops paying, then yeah, it's going to be lawyer time for 50 Cent. 50 saw it and said, so that's the plan. You're going to sue me, Joe. Haha, I think you are mistaking me for somebody else. I'm going to get face to face with you so you can tell me about the therapy that I need. A lot of fans are making light of Joe Budden pretty much going Karen and threatening to sue. It's like, Joe, you clowned Drake for suing UMG over Not Like Us, but you're suggesting you would sue over an Instagram post when you're on a podcast that I'm a big fan of. It's my favorite podcast in the world, but I got to be honest, there's oftentimes the crew, including Joe Budden, led by him, going and deep diving into other people's business. That's what happens on the podcast that a lot of us hip hop fans, entertainment fans love. But it is kind of contradicting for Joe to now say he's going to sue 50 when his job is to talk about other people's business. But the minute 50 said something about him and made some AI posts about him, now he's planning to quote unquote potentially sue. Yeah, I think the fans making a valid point with that one. That's, I've been a long enough fan of Joe's podcast to know he don't like when people that he talk about, like a Cardi B, 50 Cent, when they respond and they use their social media platforms to respond to Joe, he doesn't like it one bit. And he'll deactivate his page and he'll threaten lawsuits. He doesn't like the response one bit when it's somebody who's very popular, like those two people that I mentioned. 50 Cent continues to post about Joe Budden and everybody else on his social. He's been going crazy over Lil Meech and Big Meech, who apparently have blown the hit series BMF that was created by 50 Cent. Essentially, Big Meech and Lil Meech have taken pictures with Rick Ross over the recent weeks, and it led to 50 saying this about them taking pictures with Ross. 50 believe Ross ain't gonna do nothing for Big Meech and Lil Meech but send him some Wingstop. And he even questioned on a serious note, since you so cool with Ross, how come he ain't putting no money in Lil Meech's pockets? And he even questioned Big Meech, like, yo, how come Ross ain't sent him to acting school since y'all so tight with each other and taking pictures? And then 50 even got a little more practical with it. He was like, yo, all your people that was out did nothing for Lil Meech. And 50 said he did a lot for him. You come home thinking you the Black Pablo Escobar, and all you've done, according to 50 Cent to Big Meech, is mess up Lil Meech's career, as 50 has recently made the announcement that there will be no season 4 of BMF, in which starred Lil Meech playing his dad loosely. 50 told Big Meech, I helped your family make $5 million legit dollars, and it's not my fault that it's all gone. You think people don't want to see you shine so bad, and you wearing your baby's jewelry? I'm assuming he's talking about Lil Meech. He said, give the baby back his jewelry. Yeah, 50 Cent is one of those dudes where there's no in between with him. Either we all the way in or we all the way out. And I wonder if somebody just needs to kind of explain the landscape of social media to Meech. I mean, the brother's been away for a long time. What if he just simply doesn't realize the power in a picture? He might have thought he was just taking a picture. I mean, the last time he was a free man, pictures were just pictures. But in this era, a picture posted to your social media platforms is often a cosign. And 50 clearly took it that way. That's why BMF is at best up in the air for season 4. There are a lot of fans out there that think 50 Cent is losing his mind. He's calling out Big Meech. He's made comments about Irv Gotti. Listen, man, this has been historically one of the most strategic, creative minds the culture has ever seen. 50 Cent knows exactly what he's doing. This dude is cooking something up with this Instagram account, an Instagram page that I believe to be the most powerful one, period. All right. 50 Cent has the most engaging Instagram account. I know there are a few people out there that got more followers than him, but nobody account engages the people like 50's does. You talk about a guy who every time somebody that 50's not the greatest with makes a post, all the fans online are saying, what is 50 gonna say about this? That's power. No pun intended. I don't know where 50's taking the game, but I would tend to believe this dude's got a plan with this Instagram account. Who knows? Maybe he might start giving away the first 10 minutes of one of his scripted shows that he's got. He's got 100 of them. And then you got to watch the rest on his app or streaming platform of his choosing. I think this dude is up to something. I don't think 50 Cent is crazy or has lost his mind or is crashing out. Usually this dude knows what the heck he's doing. I want to thank y'all so much for the time, love, and support. It's what your boy would never take for granted. What are your thoughts on 50 Cent? And in some of his recent posts, he ain't holding back the filter on nobody. I mean, 50 Cent is looking one of the most powerful brands that a lot of fans and artists grew up watching the stories and listening and hearing the stories of BMF and Big Meech. And 50 just looked them straight in the eye and said, I ain't rocking with you no more. And said some other stuff that I'd rather not say. What are your thoughts? I'm out. If you love flexing your sports knowledge, you should head over to the best place to play fantasy sports and win some money while you're at it. That's Underdog. For me, I love the pick'em game. It's super simple to play too. All you got to do is go to the Underdog website or app. You got to pick whether a player will have a higher or lower stat line for that specific game. You get your picks right, and you can win up to 1,000 times your money. And when you sign up, if you use your boy's promo code, which is Ferro, your deposit will get matched up to $1,000 is available to you in bonus cash. You can't beat that. Tap in with Underdog. My promo code is Ferro.